a very intriguing Boca Raton Bowl between a USF team playing in their first bowl game since 2018 and a Syracuse team that is playing in their second straight bowl game but has already fired their head coach in Dino Babers and is maybe looking ahead to the future under Fran Brown. So welcome back to the Gridiron Expert, guys. Here to break down everything you need to know for the Boca Raton Bowl between the USF Bulls, the Syracuse Orange. As always, please continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and check out everything down in the description below, including our holiday special, where you will get every single bowl game spread pick and every single NFL playoff game spread pick for one very, very low price, the lowest price in the country for all those picks that you'll find anywhere, and the best marks in the country as well, as we're hitting over 60% of our bets this year and over 65% in our best bet section. Go sign up for that today, and also check out our Bowl Mania group. This is the last day that you can sign up for our Bowl Mania group. Go sign up, compete against us, see who can be crowned king and winner of the GE Nation. So let's take a look at this game, guys. This is a really, really intriguing game. Two teams that feel like they're going in different directions. USF making a bowl game, that wasn't something I had on my bingo card this year. First-year head coach in Alex Galesh. I expected the Bulls to be improved, but to get to 6-6, that's a pretty amazing accomplishment. This is a team that had to win their season finale to clinch bowl eligibility. Syracuse ultimately had to do the same. And it's a Syracuse team, guys, that really... It's unfortunate to see the fall for them. They started 4-0, had a lot of high hopes, at least to go to a better bowl game, went 2-6 down the stretch with a couple of embarrassing defeats in there. I mean, bad losses, blowout losses to North Carolina and Florida State and teams like that. So this is a team that decided it was time to move on from Dino Babers, hired a great coach in Fran Brown, and they're gearing up for a new era. But can they make a solid first impression on their first-year coach by winning this bowl game? When we take a look at the offense, and we'll start with USF here. Alex Galesh is an offensive-minded coach, so it's no shock to see the numbers that USF put up this year in the American Athletic Conference. 30.8 points per game, 457 yards per game, including 271 through the air and a whopping 186 on the ground. This is a top 15 offense in the country, led by Byron Brown at quarterback, who has over 3,000 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, but has also rushed for over 740 yards and 11 touchdowns. So 34 total touchdowns for Byron Brown. They also have Naquan Wright, 757 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns, and 8 players overall that have at least 100 reception yards. This is the team, guys, that's fast. They are explosive. Yeah, they're a little inconsistent at times, but one that has scored at least 35 points in half of their games this year. They've scored at least 35 points in 6 of the 12 games they've played in. The Bulls can score at will. They are fast. They are explosive. They've got the talent. They spread the wealth. And you know that everybody on this Bulls team is going to be ready to go, anxious to try to get a win over a Power 5 program and finish the year with a winning record for their first-year head coach. You take a look at Syracuse. We don't really know what to expect from the Orange, right? This is a game of, obviously, you weigh the talent versus the talent, but obviously motivation plays a role here. The Orange clearly were motivated, though, to go bowling. I feel like if they had checked out, they would not have won their season finale to get to this point. So I do feel like Syracuse is going to come into this game motivated and trying to play to win, no doubt about it. But what should we expect from them on the offensive side of the ball? This is a team that only averages 359 yards per game. Their passing offense ranks 115th in the country, averaging just 175 passing yards per game. This is a Syracuse team that wants to run the ball more than anything. They average 184 rushing yards per game. Garrett Schrader's fine. He's a solid QB. He should be back fully healthy, ready to go for this game. He's been banged up a lot this year. Should be good to go. Over 1,600 yards and 13 touchdowns. But the star for Syracuse is LaQuint Allen, their running back. He's been the key for them and their offensive success. Listen to this. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. This is a team that wants to pound the rock. They want to bully you up front. They want to establish the run and do it all game long. Syracuse has rushed for at least 153 yards in all 6 of their wins. They've rushed for at least 153 yards in all 6 of their wins. They've been held to under 153 in 4 of their 6 losses. That's not a coincidence. 153 is the magic number. If they can get over that total, then I think they can win this game. But if USF bottles up that running game and says, beat us to the air, Garrett Schrader, pass on us with that 115th ranked passing offense, Syracuse is going to be in some trouble. 153 yards, that's the key. They've won every game where they've rushed for over that. They've lost 4 of 6 when they've been held under it. So USF, what are you going to do? Luckily for the Bulls, their weakness is not their rushing attack, their rushing defense, it's their secondary. The USF secondary is abysmal. They're 133rd in the country. That's the worst in all of college football. They have the worst secondary in the country, giving up 301 passing yards per game. So this is the 133rd ranked passing defense against the 115th ranked passing offense. We should be in for a barn burner. Something's going to give, right? But the Bulls against the run aren't that bad. They're giving up 154 rushing yards per game, which isn't great, but it's not bad. How fitting. 154 rushing yards per game. What was the magic number for Syracuse? 153. So something's going to give here. It's just poetic how that worked out. I mean, kudos to the bowl committee for doing that. This is a USF team, though, guys, that if they can shut down the run, like we mentioned, they can bottle it up, I think they're going to be okay. Because even though their secondary is terrible, I just don't see Garrett Strader coming in here and torching this secondary. I just don't see Syracuse all of a sudden opening up the passing game and going for over 300 yards through the air. I just don't see it happening. Syracuse, on the other hand, this is a team giving up 378 yards per game, 231 through the air, 147 on the ground. They are better statistically and defensively than USF, no doubt about it. But the problem is USF isn't one-dimensional. Syracuse, in a way, is. We know what Syracuse wants to do. USF knows what Syracuse wants to do. Run, 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 run. Well, UCF can beat you on the ground, but they have proven they can beat you through the air. They have proven they're a lot faster than Syracuse. They're a lot more explosive than Syracuse. So that's the challenge that the Orange are going to be up against. They're going to be up against a defense that, again, can't solely hone in on the run, because if you do that, Byron Brown's going to go beat you through the air, and he can't solely hone in on the pass, because if you do, Nyquan Wright and everybody else is going to beat you on the ground. So they've got to find a way to create some pressure on a USF offensive line that's given up 40 sacks this year. That's going to be the key for Syracuse. USF does not have an offensive line worth anything. They don't. So if Syracuse can generate pressure, force this young team into some mistakes, force them into some second and third and long situations, that's where the Orange can do their damage. Maybe they force some mistakes and set up their offense up with favorable field position. Maybe their defense or special teams scores. Or maybe you just get enough stops because your bigger, better, badder, Power 5 defensive line creates enough pressure up front on USF. That's what you've got to do if you are Syracuse. So ultimately, guys, what's going to happen? Boca Raton Bowl. This is going to be a fun one. This game, to me, is going to be a little bit closer than people think. I genuinely believe that. Again, it's a classic case of talent versus talent, but also motivation. USF, they're pumped to be there. There's no doubt about that. First bowl game since 2018. First-year head coach. They defied all the odds. Syracuse, yeah, you're happy to be there, no doubt about it. You're happy to be playing in sunny Boca Raton than playing up in the cold Northeast. I get that. But there's a possibility Syracuse is already looking ahead to the future. They're hearing all the new hires. Fran Brown comes in, Elijah Robinson comes in, all these new hires in the future of Syracuse football. USF in this game owns the offensive edge. Syracuse owns the defensive edge. But I believe that the Bulls are better equipped to handle this type of matchup. I believe the Bulls are going to be more ready to go, more fired up for this game than maybe Syracuse will be. The Bulls are getting to play in their own state. They're getting to be hyped. They have got the offensive edge that can wear down Syracuse. I mean, this game is only less than 4 hours away from USF campus, by the way, guys. Boca Raton to USF, not very far at all. The Bulls, I think, win this game over the Orange. More motivated, faster, more electric. The defense gets just enough stops. It's going to be close, but the Bulls win their first bowl game since 2017, carry tons of momentum into 2024, while Syracuse can finally close the book on another disappointing season and turn the page. Start a new chapter. The Fran Brown era begins when the Boca Raton Bowl comes to a close. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching us here at the Gridiron Expert on YouTube. Make sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and of course, check out everything down in the description below, especially those holiday specials over on thegridironexpert.com. If you want the spread pick for this game and every other college football bowl game, go sign up for those today and become a member of our GE Nation, and also compete against other members in the GE Nation. Today, the last day you can sign up for that ESPN Bowl Mania. Go sign up, become a member of the GE Nation, and have fun with us this bowl season. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the Gridiron Expert.
Yeah.